108th U.S. Open Championship. Torrey Pines welcoming this championship for the very first time. And
Green said, I could care less. I just want a birdie putt here.
Well, he's got that, but it is a tricky one.
He got a little help from Jeff Ogilvy that had a pitch shot from behind the green, Gary, that he had a very good one. And this thing goes very hard right at the end.
And it is very quick. I've seen several players putt the ball 3 or 4 feet by from this location. This to take a 2-shot lead. Got a chance. But look where it's gone. Look where it's gone. Back at 16. Westwood with the lengthy putt for birdie.
Breaking left uphill here.
And actually goes back to the right at the end a little bit, Roger, and it is slow. Hard to read.
Get in! Keep going!
He had it read perfectly. He had it read perfectly.
Oh man, that would have been a good shot.
All right, ahead at 17, and Mark, I'm sure this was a little more than what he was anticipating.
Boy, you got to think it's a nervous feeling now. This one he's going to have to be firm with, Gary. I think put it just sort of inside right or right edge and hit it firm.
All right, sneaks it in the right side. And the fans love it as he'll go to 18 at -1. We go back to 16, and Tiger with the flag stick out. Raj, means one thing.
He's thinking in. Gonna go to the right.
It's got a lot of speed. Got a lot of speed to it.
That's the one problem when you try to make chips, huh, guys? Is that sometimes you race them by.
He just cannot afford another bogey. As Rocco moves to 18T.
pulled along by all of his fans.
You know, I said several hours ago that this course was set up like it was done by Rocco, because it's really been moved up the tees to 7280, which is about the same length as Winged Foot was. And what happened is this hole, it can be 573, is at 527. So all of a sudden, a guy like Rocco that hits a 275, this is a green lighter if he can get it in the fairway. And where, you know, it's just huge for him, the fact that the USGA decided to move up several tees and just fit right into his bag. And that could be the reason why he wins this thing today, if he does win.
Back to 16.
And the par putt for Tiger Woods to remain at even.
Yeah, it's got to move a little left, doesn't it, here, Gary?
Yeah, Roger, this one actually, if it's not struck firmly, it'll move a pretty good bit to the left. I've seen a number of players not play enough break from this position. All right, well done. Woods remains one back with Tiger. 2 holes left. And we'll move to 18.
And Rocco taking aim on the par 5, easiest hole this week.
Biggest tee shot of his life. Might be overhooked. Overhooked, maybe.
Just a little to the left.
Layup.
Rocco Mediate. Is he going to be the next U.S. Open champion? Tiger trails by 1 along with Westwood.
Welcome back at 17. Lee Westwood with a driver.
Come left.
Just for it to come left. Left a good kick. It's gonna miss the rough. Well, sitting up. Okay. Not bad. Good angle. Back left hole location.
Rocco Mediate in his favorite championship, the U.S. Open. Just drove it in the rough at the par 5 18th. Leader by 1. Back to the tee at 17.
And I think a crucial tee shot, Johnny. If he puts the ball in the fairway, it becomes a birdie hole.
He's hit some good 3-wood, but he looked a little late. Less his hooking. And I guess it is hooking.
Yeah, the way he picked that tee up, I would think it is turning, and it is.
Yeah, he played a little draw. That's a good shot.
That's a good shot.
Is he going to finish birdie, folks, and steal another one?
Don't put it past him.
46 hole.
Yep.
I'd like to have 90, 100, 90 or 100.
It's 8 or 7, really, isn't it?
How far on's the pin?
Pin is 6 on, 6 on, 6 from the right. How's it going to come out of that lie?
What's the total again?
Total is 246.
Just an 8-iron.
It's an 8-iron. I like that. 246, 8-iron.
Rocco sounds like he's playing a 4-ball with his buddies at home. He's on the 72nd hole of the U.S. Open as a lead by 1.
He wants to hit this ball about 160 yards, I think.
Yep.
Came out very soft. That may be the yardage he wanted to get to.
That's all I could do. I don't want to go 7.
Up ahead to the green, Trahan for birdies, coming off back-to-back bogeys, which dropped him to +3. So that for +2, he ties Robert Carlson for the lead in the clubhouse.
Well, that gets him a piece of 4th, doesn't it? That's a good finish.
For one of those young Americans, maybe poised for greater things to come in future majors. Back to 17.
And Tiger walking up the fairway. We'll take a look at the scorecard, and there's that horrendous start. Double at 1, the bogey at 2 on a 3-putt. Nice birdie at 9. Great birdie at 11, and then the questionable second shot at 13 that led to a bogey. 1 for the green and 2, and certainly didn't have to. All right, Raj, how about the yardage here?
Yeah, 185 here, Gary.
67.
Uphill.
That's 16.
Wind as it did yesterday, really kind of laying down.
Ridge in the greens. They'll be committed to the flags.
67 carry.
Right there, yeah. It's not the pin that's, yeah. The flag is actually in line with the ridge.
Yeah. How big one is?
When you carry the ball 170,
About 60.
yeah, up at 160 up the edge. Double check that wind here, Tiger. Yeah, it's definitely just straight across, isn't it? It was 18, will be slightly in.
Yeah.
You got it.
All right, quickly we'll go to 18.
Rocco stepping in quickly here. 3rd to the par 5 hole location, just over the water on the right. Safely over. And Tiger, who backed away, I understand, Gary, at 17.
Yes, he did indeed. Johnny, to me, this is when he is at his best. He seems to be able to slow himself down and just narrow the focus so much in these pressure situations.
He was pretty far left, Gary.
Now looking for it to release, and it does not. Wow.
He must have been trying to play a cut because he
I think it was. Hoisted it way up in the air. It sat very softly.
Here comes Rocco. And this crowd appreciates an underdog, and boy, is he one. The 158th ranked player in the world coming up. Maybe is a U.S. Open champion. A lot to be decided, though. 17.
Westwood second.
It lands in the middle of the green. It might chase back there, Gary.
Exactly. There's a ridge right through the center of the green. Oh, and that comes up short. And into the bunker.
Might have got that a little high on the blade.
Yeah, that's very surprising. Back up at 18.
And since the rankings began back in 1986, no one outside the top 100 has ever won the U.S. Open. The lowest ranked player has been Steve Jones, number 99, back in 96. That is how much of a long shot Rocco is. And even though he was positioned in the second to last group, Johnny, a lot of people had a lot of doubts that Rocco was going to be able to handle the heat here.
He was awful amped up on that third shot, I think, Mark Rolfing. That's probably why he didn't have any intention of knocking it that far by, but I just think he was so excited he couldn't help himself.
You know, there's no doubt about it, Johnny, and this is not an easy putt he's got here now. It reminds me a little bit of the situation that Davis Love III was in at Oakland Hills when he was above that hole on the 72nd hole and really needed a two-putt. Rocco has just looked over at the scoreboard, so I'm pretty sure he knows where he stands.
On this Father's Day, Rocco spoke to his 3 sons this morning. And even though Rocco has admitted he has been nervous this week, his son said, "Don't be nervous, Dad. This is the best Father's Day ever already. You're in the second to last group at the U.S. Open. So play well and be yourself."
He has said a number of times out here today, Dan, isn't this fun?
You know, this doesn't break a ton, Mark. This is the kind of putt you can make sometimes under pressure. You sort of get it started and just let the hill be your friend.
They're looking about a foot, maybe 14 inches outside left.
Really has the kind of the opposite persona you would expect out of a U.S. Open champion, a grinding type of player.
There may be a foot.
Get it!
So it's going to be a par for Mediate at 18. 17.
All right, Westwood's third from the bunker. Lie appears to be good, Raj.
It is a perfect lie.
Hit some good bunker shots. He tends to land the ball short and let it release. If that's gotten up above the hole, that's going to be a speedy one.
Gary, Rocco's opened the door for these guys.
Yeah, he certainly has, Johnny, by not hitting the fairway at 18 and having a good chance to make a birdie.
And the missed putt here, not that it was a gimme by any means, but he could have closed the door on these two players and won the United States Open, probably barring an eagle. Of course, Tiger can make this now. Let's see that look on his face. You can see that energized look, Gary.
Well, I'm sure he's been listening and hasn't heard any big roars from up at 18.
I bet he could hear that. Oh, all the way from back here.
All right, all that's left for Rocco to post 1 under. Went to Florida Southern, a Division II school, the Florida Southern Moccasins, which, by the way, already has a 2-time U.S. Open champion in Lee Janzen, a very good friend of Rocco's. In fact, the first call to Rocco after Janzen won in '98 at Olympic. And then Rocco watched Janzen win at Baltusrol in '93, and we know that Lee Janzen has stuck around here to cheer his good friend on, but will it be good enough for another moccasin win?
It's been 4 years since anyone has finished 72 holes in the United States Open under par. Rocco's done it.
began the day 2 behind Tiger. And again, Tiger's never lost the 54-hole lead in the major. 17.
And the birdie putt to get to 1 under par.
I don't see much in this, Gary. Does it fall shade left?
Yeah, maybe just a touch, Rog. There is not much there.
Come on, guys. Watch the cameras, will you?
Has to totally regroup.
Yeah, it's a shame. There's just a sea of cameras behind this screen, and some of them just kind of clicking away at random.
Got any feelings, guys, about this? It will get it to the hole?
I think he'll get it to the hole, Johnny, but I have not seen anyone make it from this position on the green today.
Always left.
So Tiger Woods will make a par, 71st hole. He will need to birdie 18 to tie.
Rocco's dodging bullets.
Yes, he is. Or an eagle 3. Could potentially win it.
And by the way, Gary, no U.S. Open champion has ever eagled the 72nd hole. Hasn't been a lot of par 5s, just a few in the modern era to finish up with a par 5. Baltusrol, Pebble Beach.
And this is a huge, huge putt for Lee Westwood.
To put him in the same position as
Yes,
Tiger.
Absolutely. And this one, Raj, is not an easy one.
Well, no, because you have to hit it so easily from behind the hole. There's really nothing definitive. You don't really get a definitive break when you read this putt. So it's a tough one. Very hard.
He's got it.
Oh, what a heck of a putt that was.
What a stroke. He knows it. Great reaction from Lee Westwood, who at one point had been 4th in the world, fell all the way to 256th. Now has worked his way back up to 20th.
Well, Tiger made eagle here late in the day yesterday to seize that 1-shot lead after 54-hole lead in this major championship. In fact, that's the only other time he's made eagle here at Torrey, other than the first time he won the first of 6 PGA Tour titles here at Torrey. He eagled this hole to put that one away. So he has eagled a hole here at Torrey Pines to win a PGA Tour event. Can he do it in the U.S. Open?
Well, first things first. Got to hit that fairway, Roger. Just needs to hit the fairway. One of these two players, you know, for Rocco to win this outright would be a minor miracle. But you remember what happened on the last par 5, number 13. Guys both hit it in the ice plant. Had to drop with a penalty. So, you know, that might have been the turning point of the championship for Rocco. And if he can dodge 2 birdies here and win it outright, that'd be pretty lucky.
And Westwood shouldering England's hopes of having a U.S. Open champion for the first time in 38 years.
But first things first, got to hit that little sliver of fairway.
Got to get it into the fairway.
Yeah. Wind's coming off from the left from the ocean.
This tee shot gonna miss right, I believe. It's moving out that way.
Yeah, it missed it big time. Well, Rocco's dodged a half one now. I mean, he can birdie from there, but it takes the eagle out of it unless he holds his wedge shot on Roger.
Yeah.
This might be the bigger bullet to dodge right here. The guy with a red shirt on. Sunday in a major.
Well, let's see if he goes to that same shot he played here yesterday, John. That great big squeeze fade.
Well, those practice swings aren't a squeeze fade. Those are a neutral down the middle rip like he hits on number 9 that he's done so well. He's not practicing the open club face with the hold off follow through with the toe turns down a la Ben Hogan at Marion. Setting up for a little fade, it looks like.
He starts this ball well left, and it's cutting, but that's not going to come back enough. It's going to miss left.
Boy. And Rocco dodges another one. Middle of the bunker for Tiger. How's it going to end here at Torrey Pines? Rocco clinging to a one-shot lead. We mentioned how close Rocco Mediate is to his college teammate from Florida Southern, Lee Jansen, and there is the two-time U.S. Open champion waiting with Rocco to see if there's going to be another U.S. Open title for that Division II school. So a couple of birdies here trying to tie Mediate. Eagles by Woods or Westwood would win it, but what's the proposition right now, Roger, out there?
Well, you know, neither one of them has what I would term a perfect lie. Lee Westwood has 227 yards to the hole, or excuse me, 228. Tiger has 227, and it's just settled down enough in his that I think it would be questionable trying to hit a wood, certainly. You'd have to hit it perfect. You could chase it up and right if you tried to do that.
Well, on the tee, being this the easiest hole on the golf course, the odds that these two terrific players not birdieing were pretty slim and none. But now it's starting to get a little dodgy, Roger, with those tee shots, whether they can do it.
That's 175.
I really think this is the right play, John. It would be putting too much on one swing, and it would have to be absolutely perfect.
Yeah, that lake and that shaved bank is just asking for Tiger to try it.
Let's go, Tiger!
Did he get it?
Going right in the right rough.
Boy, that's a huge mistake there.
All right, Westwood now.
What's he got there, Roger? What's he doing?
Yeah, I believe he's laying up as well, Johnny. He can't be trying to go for it.
No, I don't think so. He could, he could do a 1 out of 5, but maybe not the last hole of U.S. Open.
Need birdie to tie.
Needs a good layup. Shouldn't be any problem. Well struck, Roger?
Yes, this will be fine. This is going down the left side of the fairway. I think it should stay in the fairway.
Pretty good angle right there. Gotta come over the water, though.
While we have a moment, let's go down to Mark Rolfing.
All right, thank you, Dan. Rocco and I are standing here watching what's going on at 18. Rocco, what's going through your mind?
That's all I had. I left it all out. I'm all over the golf course out there. It was the most fun I could ever have dreamed it would have been, and I held myself together somehow. It was dicey at times.
What makes you the proudest about the way you played today?
Just knowing who's behind me and paying attention to what was going on. I had some opportunities to get maybe a couple up there, and I just missed them. And, you know, I haven't been in this situation, well, I'm ever really this close ever in a major, so it was cool. I felt good. You know, I gave it a few hooks, which I tend to do at times, and but I kept it together somehow, and I made some good putts coming in on 16 and 17, and the one on 18 was as scary as I had. It's only 2 feet.
Was there ever a time out there where you were thinking about winning the U.S. Open?
When I buried the second hole, I just said, just keep putting the ball in the fairway and the greens, and you could win this thing. And obviously a few mistakes happened, and then all of a sudden you're trying to hold on, and I'm watching what they're doing, and no one went crazy, and Tiger started bad again, and knowing he was coming back, I knew he wasn't out of it when he was 2 or 3 over par after 3 holes. So just try to keep doing your job.
All right, let's watch what's going to happen now.
Let's see what happens. I can't do anything else.
Rocco telling it like it is. He's played in 43 major championships previously, has never won. Now, what about Tiger, Roger?
Well, I don't know that I'd describe his lie as being in a divot, but there has been a shot played from here, and the grass disturbed. It is still down in a hole. That would be misstating it, but it could be worse, but it's going to be very hard to spin the ball with the hole cut in front. That's the issue. 99 yards he's got left. Excuse me, 105.
I carried that far, hit that hard.
56.
I'm going to put a flat one and kind of bounce it in there.
I mean, the odds to get to 56 is a pretty tough shot.
In his 13 major victories, he's had to birdie the 18th or the 72nd hole only once at the
This one's got a
2000
chance.
PGA.
Yellen has there's no chance. It's such a small window.
Water.
Yep.
Yeah, just inside the water is the green.
It's wind doing.
Cleans up that
It's wind doing it.
I want to fix this one. Barely left the water.
Par 5 finishing hole at Valhalla. Third shot, par 5.
It'll kick left and spin left, so he's got to keep it about 10 feet right of the hole if he wants to get it close. Can he hit it flush? Can he get the right distance, Roger? We'll see.
Guys, remember last year at Oakmont, he needed birdie on the 18th and final hole to tie Cabrera.
Makes a mighty lash at it at the bottom. Can you get lucky and get the right distance? Look at this, going to fall down that hill. That's a pretty darn good shot.
He's going to need to make that, as Rocco watched it, or that perfect 13-0 54-hole record. The major championship will be over.
Don't check out of your hotel, Rocco.
Now, Westwood in his third.
This is a much easier shot, Roger.
Yes, less than a full wedge here, Johnny. Only 74 yards.
He's never been this nervous, ever. Make sure you get it up, because if the spin will spin it right down that bank into the lake if he doesn't carry it almost just short of hole high.
This looks pretty good. Spins. Well, took a big first hop.
Yeah, it's just hard to hit it that smoothly when your nerves are so riled up. Comes down to the flat stick.
And Tiger Woods involved in another dramatic conclusion to another major competition. And this crowd recognizing what he has been through this week after a third knee surgery on the left knee, grimacing his way to perhaps forcing a playoff. And Lee Westwood, at age 35, 27 wins worldwide, never a major title, and trying to win one for Europe and England as well. 2 final bullets here for Rocco Mediate to try to dodge.
And Westwood's hung in there 1 under par the last 4 holes to put himself in a chance to force a playoff tomorrow. So you got to hand it to him.
He started playing the game 13 years old. His father John watching back home. Rocco watching on the monitor. Arnold Palmer back in Latrobe watching, hoping that his man Rocco Mediate can put away that elusive Major.
First time I've ever seen him not talking.
Tiger Woods on his first Father's Day as a father.
This has got a lot of left to right break, Roger.
Yeah, this is a big sweeper from left to right and downhill.
This is
certainly the harder of the two putts.
Yeah, Tiger's putt is just going to move a little right, I think, but it's not that tough a putt considering this one. This one is really going to swing, and you got to match your speed with the break, otherwise you miss.
He looks up to his father so much and says that he has not had a coach for the last year and a half. He got away from all the technical things that were being told to him by various coaches, and he said really the only guy that's watched him, the only pair of eyes that watches him now is his father, who he started playing this game really at a late age, 13 years old, in contrast to Tiger, who pretty much came out of the womb with an iron in his hand.
Yeah, this would be a pretty good Father's Day present for his dad then.
Absolutely. He's watching back in England.
Eight or 9 inches outside left.
Westwood's going to come up short. One last bullet for Rocco Mediate to try to avoid. 2 over 73 for Westwood, who began the day 1 behind Tiger.
That was Cena set again for Tiger Woods in a major championship. Look at this. It doesn't get any more exciting for Rocco than this. It's like, oh my gosh, Tiger Woods to beat the timing.
Rocco was so excited last night. It's so exciting, he said, to be a part of the major championship with Tiger involved. I don't think he could have imagined it would come down to Tiger with a putt to time and force an 18-hole playoff.
Roger, is he just off the foul line where we'll move to the right a little? I mean, a little left, I mean?
I think the very start of the putt, it moves a little left. It may straighten up around the area of the cup, but there's going to be a little left moving initially.
I had it like 1 or 2 inches moving left, but it's hard to tell the angle.
And Rocco trying to become the first player ever to track down Tiger Woods in a major championship when he's had the 54-hole lead.
So you think it's outside the hole just a little bit, Roger?
Just off the hole. Just off the hole if it has any speed.
And fast. third shot. And that ball went in by 1/100 of an inch. This ball could have lipped out just as easily as it went in. It gets
little double fist pump, chest up in the air. Here's how close this came to maybe not going down. But when you're Tiger Woods,
oh man,
they don't dare wiggle out. Another 72nd hole scene from Tiger Woods. Now listen to what Rocco had to say.
Unbelievable. I knew he'd make it. Yeah, I knew it. Here's Tiger Woods. You got it.
Beat him tomorrow.
First playoff in the U.S. Open since Southern Hills back in 2001. And Tiger's 54-hole streak has a chance to continue. But that's the highest score he's had ever when holding the final round lead in a major, 73. Still, he survives to a playoff. Let's go to Mark.
Well, Rocco, the man you just shook hands with, and you have a tee time tomorrow morning.
In the morning sometime. I don't know when, but you can't ever expect him to miss. It's amazing.
You and I were standing there talking. I said it's not in your personality to root for a guy to miss a putt. Is that correct?
No, absolutely no. I did all I could, and you can't root against somebody. It just doesn't make sense to. And I was prepared for that to happen, so I did all. I couldn't do anything else, I don't think, today.
All right, if you couldn't do anything more today, what do you have to do tomorrow to win?
Battle royale. I mean, I got to play against the #1 player on grass as far as playing golf, so we'll see.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do now?
Well, I guess I got to go to the press room for a while and yak, which I don't mind doing, and then probably rest. I'm tired. What time is it anyway? Remember,
It's late.
I'm old. So I got him by 15 years. So
congratulations on a great day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, Mark.
Dan?
All right, so Rocco is in his first playoff in a major, and he's got Tiger Woods, who's off to his third playoff in a major championship. You heard from Rocco. We will hear from Tiger Woods, who eagled 18 yesterday, a birdie to force a playoff today. Yep, he did. He had one more left in him. We'll hear from Tiger when we come back to Torrey Pines. An 18-hole playoff set to begin tomorrow between Tiger Woods, the top-ranked player in the world, and the 158th ranked player in Rocco Mediate. Let's get a word with Tiger and Roger Maltby.
Thank you, Dan. Tiger, great four at the last. Not the kind of four I envisioned you making.
You think?
But the third shot, if you could, it looked to me like you hit it in an area where someone had played a shot, not so much a divot, but it disturbed the grass there and it settled a little bit.
A little bit. It looks like someone may have played there, some in a practice round or something, but it wasn't that bad. It felt like I could get the club on it, and we were kind of caught in between, right in between clubs. So we decided to go with a hard 60 and at least give ourselves a chance instead of trying to play a 56 and bounce it in there, and it worked out.
And the putt. Now, it looked to us like maybe it would start breaking left a little bit from the start and straighten up a little around the hole. Is that close?
Well, it was a little wobbly down there. It was, that ground was a little bouncy. So I was just kind of, I played probably about 2.5 balls outside the right. And I said just stay committed to that and just make a pure stroke, because once it starts rolling down there, it's kind of like playing Plinko. You don't know what's going to happen, but only I can control is my stroke.
Now, I have to ask you about the knee. It seemed like it bothered you early on, and then it seemed like it didn't bother you as much as the round progressed. Different from other days. True or not true?
True. Took some things to kind of relieve that.
And adrenaline, maybe?
That helps, too.
All right. How do you think it'll hold up tomorrow, then?
We'll see.
Okay.
You got it.
Have a good night's sleep.
Buddy.
See you tomorrow. Thanks, Dan.
All right, Roger. We will see you tomorrow. The first 9 holes come your way at noon Eastern time, 9 a.m. out here on the West Coast, and then We've got you back on NBC at 2 o'clock Eastern Time for the final 9 holes in the 18-hole playoff in the 108th U.S. Open. And for a full wrap-up of the day's events at this U.S. Open, which has been very interesting. Watch the Lexus U.S. Open wrap-up show. It's live on NBCSports.com immediately following the conclusion of this telecast. And a reminder, coming up next, it's Saturday Night Live, Best of Mike Myers. For our entire NBC Sports announce team, I'm Dan Hicks saying so long from Torrey Pines for now, but we've got a playoff. And Tiger Woods has a chance for his 14th major and 3rd U.S. Open championship against Rocco Mediate. The most intriguing matchup indeed. We'll see you tomorrow for that.